It'll never work. 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 It'll never work.
Thanks. Oh, that was good stopping.
Yeah. Oh, the audience were clapping along to the theme music.
I love that.
It was like Olympic ice skating.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
With me and you as a sort of Torval and Dean.
Yeah.
I'll be Chris.
John Curry and Robin Cousins, I thought.
Well, maybe. Yeah. I always found Jane slightly porcine.
You don't know what porcine means, do you?
Very, very beautiful, it means. That's all right. No, not you, Jane Torval. There you are, quite.
Beautiful.
You've got some gel, haven't you? Probably as a birthday present. And you thought, well, that old gel I've got, I might as well use all that up in one go.
Sainsbury's economy.
Can I just have a feel of that?
Oh no!
Wow! No. He's actually broken the skin. Oh,
there's static coming off it.
I don't know, it's all right.
Yeah?
Have you got knits?
Yes, please.
Anyway, thanks for coming tonight. You look like you've come by sewer, but...
Good evening,
so here we
ladies and
are,
gentlemen.
back on Unplanned.
Take
the mic off him now, I'm not talking to him anymore, he's a bit dull.
Steady, steady. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Baddiel and Skinner Unplanned.
I love the way you say ladies and gentlemen.
Do I say it? Yeah. Elvis.
You always say ladies and gentlemen every night, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Like a bingo caller, you are. So, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Yes, here we are again.
Here we are again. You all right?
No, we'll have to do better than that.
Yeah, all right, I suppose so.
I was walking past the Ham and High office today.
You always mention Hampstead.
Yeah, this is where I live.
Yeah, fair enough.
And also to... Well, did you know this show gets 10% more viewers in Yorkshire than in the rest of the country?
Yeah.
We found that out today.
Yeah. They're a little bit slow.
Thank you for that. Keep watching and don't forget to put out pig after.
Well, that's the end of our support in Yorkshire, isn't it?
Unless any farmers had a pig on fire, they'll be glad of that as well.
Yeah, they will. Yeah. Possible.
So you were just thinking, oh, smell that bacon. The whole sty had gone up in a terrible... The way they can explode like haystacks can.
What? Spontaneous combustion of a pig?
Haystacks can just catch fire like that. Did you know that?
Well, I thought you meant pigs can as well.
If they're very close to haystack. If they ate a haystack.
They can just go up just like that?
Yeah. Never eat a haystack.
No, I won't. You were walking past the Ham and High office?
Yeah. And the headline... You know, you get these things and it's like the headline in the paper written in a felt pen. And it said, shock as dead body is found on the heath.
That is a shock, isn't it?
Well, that's what I thought. They didn't need the first bit, did they? Like, no. Sometimes you find a dead body and it's pretty well what you expect.
Well, on the heath, it is sometimes what you expect.
Well, no, I expect ritual sodomy on the heath.
People weren't sure about that, but that's fair enough.
Well, I'm not sure about it, but usually it's there.
Do you know what I did today?
What did you do today?
I played tennis.
I like this. It feels like a comedy double act. It had to happen eventually.
I played tennis with Les Dennis, which... Tomorrow...
No,
I did. Tomorrow I hope to play chess with Rudolf Hess. And,
I'm afraid.
Is he? Golf with Harris Rolfe. But, I'm sorry.
That's what it says in the phone book.
It does. But I played tennis with Les Dennis today. At Jonathan Ross's house. It was a bit of a show.
What a life you lead.
People are tutting. They're tutting because they think I'm name-dropping. But, you know, I'm a celeb. I can't help it. These are the people I meet from time to time.
If there's three of you playing tennis, how did you split the teams?
Well, there was a non-celeb involved as well.
Oh, we don't want to hear about them.
Andy Davis was playing as well. Actually, he's not complete because he works with Jonathan on his radio show.
Oh, anyway.
Yeah, so... Anyway,
so what happened?
I played tennis with Les and I beat him.
Did you?
Yeah. I did.
It's very sympathetic of you.
Yeah. I did.
God, nothing like hitting a man when he's down, is it?
You know.
Did you have those electric line markers, except instead of beeping, it went...
I prefer to play a person who's in terrible emotional crisis.
Yes.
I think that's better. But Jonathan told me this story, which I'm not sure I can tell on television, but I'm going to anyway.
Don't start it and say that.
No, well, I am going to tell it then. Apparently, I don't know if you read this in the paper, but apparently, when Neil Morrissey, who I've got to mention in this context, was on They Think It's All Over, Jonathan made this joke, which they didn't put out, whereby he said, I'm going to go home quickly now to my wife before Neil gets there, right? And apparently, they cut the joke out, and Neil, after him, said, you shouldn't have said that. What about poor old Les? Neil Morrissey said it's all about... What about when you were shagging his wife, Neil? What about poor old Les then?
I think you're right, you shouldn't have said that.
Should I not?
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Can't see you playing tennis with him. We were told that we haven't got to do tonight, and we're not going to, so don't suddenly go, he's mentioned the England result, because there'll be people who've just got in and they want to watch, so we're not going to do that.
Well, you want us to mention it?
Yeah!
No, there's people videoing it, and people at home. It's not.
They're lying.
It's not. What? No, we just said we're not mentioning it. Shouting, what's the score is not much temptation.
Did you think we might fall for that?
Oh, he told them.
Our guard might be down there.
Right, don't you know?
No.
OK, it was 7-0 to England.
No, it wasn't.
That woman believed it. Should we get a question from the audience, do you think?
Don't know. Should we get a secretary up or not? You don't really like the secretary, do you?
No, I do like the secretary.
like
As
the
a concept, I like it. Just as individuals, I feel terribly let down.
Who wants
No,
to
I
be...
don't.
Does anyone want to be the secretary tonight? Who would like to do
Why
that?
don't we pick one instead of getting a volunteer?
No, that lady there.
No, she's one of my stalkers.
Oh, is she?
She is.
Oh, we should have her then. Then I think we should have her.
No, she's a stalker.
I think
She
we
is
should have her.
honest.
I'd like to meet her.
I'm not a stalker. He encourages me.
Are you John Stalker?
She's got a book. She's got a book of photos.
Yeah, of who? Of me? Can you hear that bloke? You had to
He's
put the
the one
mic...
that gave me a lift. I didn't give him one.
What is this all about?
I had to give you a lift. You were in my garden.
What was your car doing in your garden?
That's where I park it now. I can't... Should we encourage stalking?
Yes. What's your
Nicely.
name?
Ali.
Ali. Right, OK. And how long have you been stalking Frank?
For about 11 years.
Well,
but
professionally?
No, I'm thinking of giving up the day job and taking it up professionally.
I don't think you should have her as a secretary. You're quite right.
I think we should now it's gone this way.
Oh, dear. Hello, Ali. You all right?
Yeah.
There he is. Go and stalk him. Go on. There he is.
Oh, Frank.
Hello, Ali. How are you?
He lives in Belsize Park.
Shut up!
I know these things.
Eh?
You know, I can honestly say that I only moved into Belsize Park, so that when people say, where do you live now, I say, I live in Belsize Park, but before you live there, they have to check your bell size. That's why I moved there, for that joke. Terrible waste of time. So, this bloke here with the other one who had the other half of that bottle of gel. What are you saying about Ali's photo collection?
Oh. She's got a little book in there. You should have a look.
She's got a book of photos of
real
Frank.
photos. She's so proud of it.
Calm down.
You got it with you?
Yes.
You got it with you?
Yes.
Can I have a look? Only because you were showing your friends.
Oh, dear.
Well,
am I naked?
oh dear.
Let's have a look.
They're just, it's
brilliant.
fantastic.
This is
What a care friendly I am. Hold on.
That's nice.
Can we get it?
And there's a severed head on the next
Hold
one.
on, try camera 6.
Now, can you see? You can't... Yeah, I'm showing it to camera, that's why. Calm
There are
down.
just lots and lots of photos of me outside the stage door at the Whitehall Theatre, where I am performing in company with Elvis. Yeah. Right, they're all the same, aren't they?
Ali should be on the sofa.
You should not speak on the sofa.
There you go, Ali.
Look, what exactly do you mean by that?
David should be on the sofa.
You say she doesn't fit in that chair?
David can do it.
It wasn't me who said it, Alan. Look, this woman's ruined my life.
I actually had
Killed 4 girlfriends.
I had an
I
idea
didn't know
for...
you'd had 4 girlfriends.
She's turned. She's turned. OK, maybe not killed, but punctured. So what do you do for a living, Ali? You're a nanny, aren't you? I knew
Yes,
that.
you're stalking
You're a nanny?
me. He knows
God.
I'm a nanny.
Yeah.
Come on.
You're a nanny. Do you think you'll get any employment after this show at all?
I'd like to apologise in advance to Fran and Julian.
OK. Are they the children or the parents?
The parents.
OK. Fran and Julian.
Fran and Julian now thinking, actually, maybe Louise Woodward isn't such a bad person.
Oh, dear. And on that note, we'll be back after this break, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Hello, sorry. Hello, welcome back. I was going to write a short story once about a stalker.
Yeah?
Yeah, I had an idea for a short story. I don't know if it's a good idea, but about a stalker who continues...
Can I ask, did you ever use the phrase stalker for erection when you were a young man?
Stonker, I think. not stalker.
See, in Birmingham we said, you know, I had a bit of a stalker.
Really? For just... Did it look at all like that at all?
No, it's really like that. She's a person.
I'm sorry, I beg your pardon.
Never you mind, Ali. What are you going to write? I'm a stalker. So carry on.
No, I had an idea for a short story about a stalker who eventually, the person who they're stalking just gets fed up with it and agrees to meet them and quite likes them and then marries them eventually. And then...
That happened?
And then the stalker gets bored after... Did that happen? Did that just happen?
There was someone from Beverly Hills 90210. A woman sent him her bra through the post, and so he married her.
That was Luke Perry.
Hey?
That was you.
Was it you? Was it recorded delivery?
That was
Ali,
Luke
or-
Perry.
Huh?
You have to hold the mic up.
It was Luke Perry, an English girl, actually, but it wasn't me, because I don't
Do you
like
do
him.
history of stalking as well?
She did stalking at University of Bath, 3-year degree in stalking.
I got first-class honours.
Did you?
Yeah.
God bless you for joining in, Ali.
So Luke Perry...
I could be up an alley before the end of the evening.
You certainly could. You've made her day.
Yes.
You, that one.
Pakistani men all over England are building their hopes as we speak, misunderstanding that joke.
So Luke Perry...
Luke Perry got a bra through the post,
And did
and he agreed
actually...
to meet the woman, and he fancied her, so he married her.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, well,
But
that's that
don't
then.
think that those open crotch knickers are going to work the same way,
I'm not thinking about anything anymore.
aren't you?
Aren't you?
No.
Is that safe in your line of work?
Shall we have a
Lovely
question?
smile you've got, though, Ali. You're a good sport. But stop stalking me, you're frightening me. So let's have a question, anyway.
Yes, you, sir.
Yeah.
Oh,
If you could have a celebrity
You don't have to
stalker...
shout! There's a microphone there.
You must understand the basic principle of the microphone.
I've got an element of Tony Hadley out of Spandau Ballet to you, sir.
Steady.
Sorry.
If you could have a celebrity stalker or a celebrity streaker on this show, who would she be and how much do you think you'd have to pay her?
You presume it would be a her? I'd quite like to be...
I was hoping.
I'd like to be stalked... I can take the mic away from him now, like I do on the radio. I'd quite like to be stalked by Dr. Magnus Pike.
Isn't he dead?
Is he?
Yeah, I think he's dead. So it would be impressive.
You could have broke that a bit more gently.
Magnus Pike's on the roof.
Magnus Pike, all that is dead.
Yeah.
Is he dead? Is that right?
Do you know who Magnus Pike is? He was sort of
He
comedy...
was in Dad's army.
No, he wasn't. He was a sort of comedy science eccentric, and they don't seem to exist as much anymore. Heinz Wolf was another one. Someone's gone, oh, yes, over there. But Magnus Pike used to wave his arms around a lot.
I'd quite like to be stalked by Kelly Brook from MTV.
You love Kelly Brook.
Kelly Brook, I think, is... yeah, she's perfect. Don't you agree?
She looks
everyone
like
just said, yeah, she is.
She looks like the Joker, though.
She
She looks like the Joker. She does. She does.
You know that fight I was talking about last night? Yeah. We'll have it in a minute. She's beautiful.
No, she is lovely, but she looks like the Joker.
Don't get all jealous now.
Oh, I won't.
A celebrity stalker, then who would you have, Dave?
Ali. I'd like to be stalked by Ali. I've
Well,
always been
actually,
jealous of
Dave,
him.
now I've met you and he's been a git.
Really?
You know, I must... It says so much about my life that I end up with a fickle stalker. Oh, dear. A two-timing stalker.
Any other questions at all?
Actually, I've had a two-timing stalker for years.
Oh, I know you have. Sir?
Yes, mate.
Frank, if you were to stand upside down...
Can you stand upside down?
I can.
Right.
But if you stood upside down, would your hair look as sexy as David's beard?
That's a very strange question. Have you been drinking?
I think he's Irish, so the chances...
Would it look as sexy
sorry.
as David's beard?
Well,
And would it
You're
be
very
as long as his
insistent.
nose?
Ooh. Would it be as long as my nose? His hair?
No, his nose.
His nose.
Upside
You know, I
down.
think, you know that woman said last night when she said, why don't you ask more women for questions? I've realised why now, because every bloke in the country at 5 to 11 is drunk.
Yeah, it's good. Sometimes when we get questions like that, it makes me think
You did say you had a sexy beard, so
Yeah, no, that's all right. No,
don't
I'm
have
having a go. I'm having a go. But it makes me wonder that it would have been good if they had put this show on at 10 o'clock, which they were thinking about, because then those sort of pompous twats who get very upset about news at 10 being taken off would have had to listen to questions like that. And I've got a theory as well about the people who think that news at 10 should be back on. It's always people like Gerald Kaufman or whatever. It's always MPs. And what they really mean when they say it's terrible, all this dumbing down, all that stuff, what they mean is I'm not on the telly as much as I used to be. Because it's always people who were on the news that are upset about news at 10 not being on anymore. I think that's right.
Yes.
Thank you.
I don't know anyone who ever watched news at 10. And they're all
No
going
one at
around
all.
saying, no, I really miss it. But they always missed it. Because what was on it? Bloody news.
Yeah, news.
Do you know how the news
interested?
by 10 o'clock? You know, where you've been all day. It's true,
That's a
isn't
good
it?
point, yeah.
Yeah, get the news on the other side at 9 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock
6 o'clock,
even.
yeah. CFAX all day.
Yeah. Sky News.
Newspapers.
Yeah.
What are they thinking about?
Internet. Town criers.
It's just people who wake up at 9:30.
Yeah. What have you written so far, Ali? Stalkers, news at 10, who misses it? That's a good summing up.
Well, that's all we've talked about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad that's all we've talked about. So, is there a woman who'd like to ask something resembling a serious sentence? What about the
Lady
woman
in
in
the
pink? Woman in pink is
What's that?
dancing with me. Shake the
Yes.
Would you send your children to a public school or to a state school?
A proper question at last.
Yeah. I would send them to a public school if they were burglars. But only at about 3 in the morning. I've often wondered about this, actually, because I don't actually have children. And this is not my cue to say, not as far as I know. I definitely don't, because I have no testicles. I don't have any children. I hope that one day I will have children. And let's hope, hey, their parents don't find out. Sorry. Now, but I have wondered, would I send them to a posh school if I had kids, though? Because people tell me you get a better education. Is that true? No. Yeah, so you probably do according to the sort of... But then I think they'd get posh accents and they'd be ashamed of me and think me dreadfully common. Wouldn't happen with Dave, because he's quite posh to start off with. And they'd go to a Jewish school and wear little hats.
I did go to a Jewish school and wear a little hat.
Did you?
When I was a child. I'm sorry?
He hasn't got green shoes.
He hasn't got green shoes.
Like I said, the woman who said speak to women, mainly. This is a proper question time question. Yeah. Has anyone ever said to whoever it is that does question time, who is it?
Jonathan Dimbleby.
Jonathan Dimbleby.
You haven't got green shoes on, mate.
But the thing is with Ken Livingstone, he hasn't got green shoes. Thanks for joining in.
Thanks for turning up.
Thanks, mate.
It was touch and go. After England lost 9-0. Now,
it's time for the song.
What about you? Did you go to public school?
No, I'm a teacher in a state school.
Are you?
Well, what sort is it?
Do you get beaten up a lot by the kids, though?
Good at self-defence.
Where is your state school?
Dagenham.
Yeah, you must get beaten up. I would have thought. So I probably would send my kids to a state school, but not one in Dagenham, really. Because state schools are really good if you get them not in hard areas, as far as I can make out. Is that correct?
I'm going to hire that ginger-haired Scottish bloke from EastEnders to come and teach my kids at home. Now, I went to the Soap Awards.
Oh, yeah, you went to the Soap Awards?
Yeah, and I was speaking to one... I better not say this because they're not supposed to tell, but I was talking to one of the EastEnders, and he told me that that bloke is going to shag that girl he's teaching.
What?
OK, maybe not the England result, but...
I don't know what that's about.
There's a girl... You know the little DeMarco?
Yeah.
Well, she's going to have an affair with the specialist maths teacher. Yes.
I think it's just happened over there. Let's do a song.
Apparently he's going to have a look at her long division. Actually, it's not that long. You all right, Ali?
Let's have a number.
65.
No, we can't do 65.
Yeah, page 65.
No, page 65.
No, page 65 is everything... Oh, no,
no, don't want to do that. 27.
Number 8, that rather attractive smile woman in the front row.
Sugar.
Sugar, Sugar by the Arches.
Sugar, Sugar by the Arches.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a cartoon of the Arches?
They were a cartoon. The band was a cartoon themselves. I'm glad I can't find the page. What page is it?
Page 21.
Page 21. If their careers had gone wrong and they'd got into drugs and that, would they have been known as the Fallen Arches? Oh, shut your faces.
I liked it.
4-1. Sugar. Is that it? Ah, honey, honey. There's horses all over England now going, oh, just fancy a bit of that. You are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you. This could be sung by the maths teacher from EastEnders. Honey, ah, sugar, sugar. You are my candy girl. And what have you got? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, another fabulous night of community singing with my friend David and me. Good night.